And I was like, oh, okay. That's how you feel. You know what? Hola, hola Caracola. It's your girl Season. Today I am back with another video. Today's video I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my story of coming to the United States and what I thought the USA was versus what it really was when I came here. So we decided to come to the United States when I was around 13. I think I was actually 12, and then by the time we actually came, I was 13. But my dad and my brothers and my sisters, we took the decision, and we did it. We applied for the visa and everything, and got through God's will, they approved it, and we were able to come. I remember that before we actually came, they did a go away party for my brother and I. My dad had already been traveling back and forth to the United States and Colombia, so it was more like towards my brother and I. So I remember that I was at the party and I was just looking at everybody like, why are you guys acting like I am dying or that we're leaving and never coming back? And to me, I thought I wasn't gonna miss anyone. I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever, bye, I'm ready to go. I was so ready to leave Colombia because I was bullied a lot, and I thought that when I came here, everything was gonna change. I was bullied because of my skin color, I was bullied because I was a Christian, and I was bullied because I smell sometimes. And I know that's that's actually really embarrassing to say, but it was more like, when you are growing up and stuff, your body starts to change and stuff. And I didn't have my mom to help me out through those changes of the body and stuff, because my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and then she was sick for like a whole year. She was sick in bed for like a whole year, and she couldn't really help me with a lot of stuff. She actually needed help herself, so I was actually helping her. And then she passed away, and I was just like, like I was really close to my mom. And the last year that she was sick, I spent a lot of time just playing with my cousins. Like I would go to the next town and go play with my cousins and my all that stuff. So I thought I wasn't gonna miss anyone, because everything that I could remember was just me crying because of my mom, me crying because I was bullied, and me crying because people thought I was ugly, because people thought I was dumb for being a Christian, because people thought I was all this. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna miss any of it. As any of this, I'm so glad I'm leaving. And to me, the only person that I was gonna miss was my nephew that was 2 years old. He's 9 years old now. He's so big. But yeah, it was really funny because the minute I got on the bus to go from the town that I lived in to the capital, the city, that 8 hours drive, I was crying. I said I wasn't gonna miss anyone, but I was just crying probably the whole ride. I was just like, I miss them. I want to go back. I don't know. This is too hard. And then we got to Miami, and I was amazed. My first impression on the United States was everything is so big. I was like, why are the streets so wide? Why does this car have so much space? Why is everything just so big? It was just like everything, it was so big. And I remember that the first restaurant that we went to eat at was Burger King. And I remember I was so excited to eat that burger, and it was just so good, and I was like, oh my God. And then after that, I fell in love with fast food and Burger King and McDonald's and all that stuff. 3 years after, I'm over it. Like, I don't like fast food anymore. I could eat it from time to time. Like sometimes I go with my boyfriend and we will grab a bite, but it's not like, I would rather homemade food 1,000 times now. But yeah, and then I remember that we were in the car. My dad was driving a car in Miami, and he was like, we're going 60 miles per hour. And I was like, nah, you're kidding. We can't be going 60 miles per hour. That's impossible. That's too fast, because over there the streets are more narrow, and the streets and the roads are like more bumpy. But They're fixing a lot of them, and a lot of them are not like that anymore, but it's still like nobody drives that fast because we don't call it miles. We don't read it by miles, but by kilometers, I think. And I was like, you can't be going that fast. Me and my brother didn't believe him. And then he was like, roll down the window, and we did. And the air was just like on my arm, on my hand, like so fast, and I just couldn't believe it. And it was just like, wow, one of the things that I really remember when I first came. Then we lived in Kansas for like 3 months, and I was like, you know what? I was really excited that when I was gonna start school, because I thought that once I started school, I was gonna make friends and everything was gonna be fine. And the first months, I was like depressed, basically. Like I wasn't gonna kill myself, but I was really sad because I missed everyone. I wasn't able to go out all the time like I was used to in Colombia, because in Colombia you can go out, you know, you don't have to have a car or anything. You just walk and go around everywhere. I used to even, I was 12 and I used to catch a bus to go to the next town. Like it was just nothing. So I was really depressed that I had to be in a house for so long. So my not my grandma, my stepmom, because my dad remarried after my mom passed. She was really nice. She was really nice. She would try to take me out. She would try to like take me out and take me on like trips, not take me out shopping and stuff like that whenever she had time. But I was still sad, and I was kind of rude to her actually. So then when I started school, I met these three girls. They were Mexican, and I was like, oh wow, Hispanics. They're gonna be my friends. They're gonna teach me English. They're gonna show me around the school. And I was like, yeah. But then they started talking in English, like among each other, but they would talk in English, which I did not understand at all. And then they would look at me and they would keep talking and not talk to me. And I was like, oh, okay. That's how you feel. You know what? I feel like everybody kept doing me like that, whatever country it was. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn me some English. So what I did was that I took a dictionary and I took it with me everywhere. I would write down whatever word that was new and I would look it up and I would ask my stepsister. I would just ask everyone and always looking stuff up, and I learned English pretty fast. I mean, my English is not that good, of course. You can hear me mess up all the time and you can hear my accent, but it's still like pretty good. Like everybody was just amazed at how fast I learned the English, and it was just through God's grace first, and then me, like, it just came in my head that I needed to learn English, and I needed to, so I did it. And then I felt like not too much changed because I wasn't bullied here, but I felt like I was bullied with how people looked at me because I was dark skinned. And I always felt like I was less than everybody else, because even though nobody told me, oh, you're so ugly, all this stuff, like stuff they used to tell me in Colombia, they would look at me and treat me like I was ugly. Like they would just like say stuff that wasn't didn't like that just meant stuff. And then they would be like, oh, you speak Spanish, really? Like some Hispanics would feel like I'm too dark to be Hispanics, and some black people wouldn't believe me anything. They'd be like, oh, what? Like it's just like I don't fit. Even here, I don't fit with the Hispanics and I don't fit with the black people, and I'm just me. Like I don't fit anywhere. I don't fit. But I feel like it was really good for me to come to this country because I learned to love myself. I learned to love who God made me, even if I don't fit here and I don't fit there. I learned to love myself for who I am and who God made me, and I just love that. But it's always been like they look at you down and they don't believe you that you speak Spanish. They don't believe you this, and they it's just really annoying, but it's kind of cool at the same time. I feel like a lot of people in Colombia or in like other countries feel like you come here and your life is going to be perfect. You're not going to. You're just going to work and you're going to be rich right away. You're just going to be rich. And of course, that's not the case. So I honestly thought it was different the seasons, I in Colombia there's only two seasons. It's not like there's not like winter and spring and summer and all that stuff. There's only two seasons, and I don't know what they're called. I think the one when it's always raining and the other one when it's summer and the rainy one. And that's it. So winter was really hard because I'm not used to the cold. The city that I'm in, Colombia, is actually pretty hot. Ouch. But I'm not used to the cold and stuff like that. But I actually love winter now. And my favorite season is fall. But that's different from that. The food is absolutely amazing over there. Even though I don't see myself living in Colombia anymore, just because I've gotten used to the lifestyle here. And but I do just love my people. I love my people. I feel like we're such a happy people. Like we're like here too stressed about everything, like even stuff that you don't have and stuff that you need to have and you feel like you need to have but you don't have and all. And over there, I mean, people do talk and feel like they need to have a lot of stuff, but at the same time they just happy with what they have. I don't know, it's just like you're happy among what you are and what you have, even though you want to do better. I don't know, but um yeah, that's my little story there. I've gotten used to living here and I don't see myself living in Colombia anymore. I would love to go back. I went back once and I haven't been able to go back anymore because of financial reasons. But I'm praying to God that I get to go back next year. And I would not trade or change living or being raised and born in the country that I was born and raised in. So yeah, that's my story. And I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's all right. I won't bite. That's okay. Bye. Bye. I'm just kidding. You don't check out my other videos if you didn't like this one, okay? I don't know. Subscribe, comment, let me know what other questions you have for me, what other videos you guys would like for me to do. What else would you like to see from me? And I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed